Hi everyone, Liz here, thanks for stopping by. So we are coming up to the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. So I have a Union Jack canvas to kit up. This is a Union flag that I got from Diamond Painting Collector around about March 2021. It was delivered on the 8th of March 2021, so it was delivered on the 8th of March 2021. It's a 25 by 20 diamond painting and it is double-sided tape, just a little picture, and it has the Churchill sign there as well in the middle. Oops, just get that there for you, that thumbnail. Yeah, we've got the Churchill Victory V sign in the middle there as well, so I thought that was quite appropriate to go into my Jubilee corner. I've got my Jubilee bag that I got when I went shopping in the range, and I have my lovely Jubilee bookmark that I will use as a decoration, and I have my two Jubilee flags that I will be using. Probably, I might actually put one upside down and put it the other way up so that I can have them like that, sort of like that, but with both the things showing on my decoration. And then I have my lovely Craft Buddy Crystal Art sticker that I've just recently got, which will also be going in my little decoration corner. So yeah, I've got them all in a little box. Look, I'm being organised. I've kept everything together so I know where it is. So these are my projects for May to get done so that I'm ready for the Platinum Jubilee in June. So yeah, watch this space. Okay, but I do need to kit this one up. It has come in the little grip seal bags and they are all numbered, but because it is 30 colours, I do really want to put it into containers. I have got other projects on the go as well, and I do feel that it will be easier for me, for less spilling and less getting confused, if I just put them all in little containers. So I've photocopied my little key code. I've got my little 30 storage container. This is the Craft Buddy Crystal Art one. This is great because it's got the name written on the lid. I don't need to worry about opening it the wrong way up. Okay, so I'll put that little picture in there so I know which one it is if I open it up. This needs to go through my Xyron sticker maker. Okay, just give that, oh, that's a little bit wonky. If it starts going through wonky, then you can end up with no sticky on the edge ones, and that's no good to anybody. If it hasn't got any sticky on, or it goes through at an angle. So let's give it a bit of a pull. Just give that a tug through there, that's fine. And tear that off there. Okay. Right, so let's get these onto the pots and get this kitted up. Those out of the way there. Yes, so if you're in the UK or even in different countries, are you planning anything for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee? Did you know anything about the Platinum Jubilee? We've certainly going to town on it. I know the Queen has been a little bit poorly, and she has been seen out using a walking stick recently. I think they're hoping that she's going to be well enough to enjoy all these celebrations. 70 years doing anything is amazing, but imagine, think of the job that you're doing now and thinking of being in it for 70 years. Gosh, just doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Still to be working well into your 90s, it's got to be admired. Okay, I know she's got the best people in the world looking after her, but even so, you must get to a point where you think, oh, for goodness sake, just let me have a day off and sit down. Wonder if the Queen diamond paints. Leave me alone. Oh dear. Yeah, oh, there's all sorts of symbols and things on this one as well, with it being a double-sided tape. Oh, I've cut that one off. Double-sided tape. Okay, so let's get these popped on. there are DMC codes on them all as well, so they are just going to overlap a little bit, but that's okay. There isn't much of the colours. It is only a small canvas, so it's not going to take too long to do. And I think we are squares. Yes, we are squares, so yeah, it's going to be quite a fun time. We get an extra day off work in the UK. So an extra bank holiday. I think they were hoping that it would be granted so that we can have an extra day off every year, but I don't think that's going to happen. We have quite a few bank holidays, days where, you know, years ago all of the shops used to shut down, everybody used to be off for the day. This is the May Day bank holiday. This is where we used to dance around the maypole and have the day off. Everybody would be off, the schools would be closed, and yeah, it would be like gatherings everywhere for celebration for the beginning of spring, I suppose. Oh no, it won't be spring, will it? Not really sure. I would have to read it up. I'm sure I was taught about it at school. I know we did do maypole dancing sometimes. That was quite fun, doing all the different patterns with the ribbons as you skip in and out of round a maypole. It tends to remind me of like the Wicker Man these days. The film, I've seen too many horror films, but yeah, but they're very pretty as the ribbons make the patterns, and then you go back round the other way and untie it all. I don't know whether they still do things like that at schools or anything anymore, but yes, certainly we did. We didn't have all these electronics that they have now. We used to dance around a big stick. Okay, so I'm not sure how these are going to go because they are in bags and we may get a bit of static, we'll have to see. So we're starting off with number 16, 17, 18. So we'll see how these tip into these little jars. Okay, yep, oh, they've behaved themselves, they've gone in there okay. I remember when we had the Queen's Silver Jubilee. Oh, what's that? That just must be the kit number, I think. I'll put that in there, so just in case it's important, you never know. I'll put that in as well, so that we've got... Okay. Right, so yeah, number 22. Yeah, I remember the Silver Jubilee. I vaguely remember the Golden Jubilee. I can't remember what we were doing. I don't think we did much. I remember it being on the television, and there was quite a good pop concert, I think, with a lot of the music stars. And is that when Madness, the pop group Madness, were singing and did Our House, and they put Our House on the side of Buckingham Palace, and then Brian May played from the top of Buckingham Palace. That might have been that one. But the Silver Jubilee, I remember I was in the Brownies. Oh goodness, I may put a photograph in of me on our float when I was in the Brownies. Yeah, we all dressed up a big float in the days when children were allowed to ride on the back of a lorry with no safety harnesses, and we just used to wave our flags at everybody. That went through. Strangely enough, I was living in the town that we're living in now when I was younger. I've always vowed I'd never come back here, but anyway, it's where I've ended up. Strange how life turns around. Right, so number 26. Yeah, 27, 26. Yeah, so that was quite fun. We had flag waving and all sorts, and yeah, we did quite a few events. We made all sorts of different things for this float, and when we used to go camping, there was none of this having a coach with seat belts to get you there. we just used to bung everything in the back of a removals lorry, and we all got in the back of the removals lorry with it. And if you fell over, it was great fun. We just used to laugh and giggle all the way there. I don't know how we survived, to be fair, but we did. I'm still here, and I've got some really good funny memories, you know, from being in the back of a removals lorry and hanging onto a tent so it didn't fall onto you or squash you or anything, you know. Just all part of it. I know we have to have health and safety, and there have been some terrible accidents happen, but I wouldn't change all the daft things that we did for anything. They're bits of growing up that I did enjoy doing, you know, climbing trees and riding in the back of removal lorries, and being on the back of a lorry just being dragged around the town centre, and people waving at you and waving back, you know. It was fun. It was great fun. Say, I may be brave enough and put some photographs in the video. I'll have to see. We also then, it actually rained, I think, that day as well. We decided to have like a garden, you know, a street party, but I think it was raining, so we got this great big tarpaulin, this great big like plastic sheet tarpaulin, and spread it over at the end of our street in between all these trees, and then put all the tables underneath the trees. And I think everything we ate was red, white and blue. So you had like buns that were red, and I think they'd put blue colouring in things, and the drinks were all red, white and blue. I mean, it looked awful. You know, eating something blue was never always very attractive, I don't think. But yeah, some of it tasted a bit food colouring-y. The jelly was okay. The red, white and blue jelly was fine. But yeah, so 13, where's 13? 12, 13 will be there. So yeah, it was quite memorable. So I hope that the children of this age will remember all the things that are going on this year and see what's happening. So number 8, 6, 7, 8. These numbers are very small. I'm having to be very careful with this. Yeah, I know our granddaughters are going to be on holiday, so they're taking lots of things. I think you can pin the jewel on the Queen's crown instead of pin the tail on the donkey, and you can wear face masks of the royal family, you know. We didn't have anything like that. We just had anything that we'd made, really. I seem to think that we had a magician. I think the parents had all sort of clubbed together, and we had a magician came to ours, and he made everybody what they called a union bird. And it was one of those swans, you know, the origami swans that you put together. He must have sat and made hundreds, because there was a lot of kids. And he'd painted them all red, white and blue as well. They were all in like red, white and blue paper. So yeah, they were quite good. And I kept it for years, but it's one of those things that you get to a point where you think, oh no, I've had that long enough. Or maybe my mum picked it up and thought, oh, I'm not having this in the house anymore, and got rid of it. I don't know. It's one of those things that when you're a kid, you have things, and then every now and again things mysteriously disappear. And it's usually because mum's having a clear out. And yeah, I don't blame her. We've done things like that as well. Oh dear. So yeah, it will be a big celebration as well, because it's going to be like the first big national event, I suppose, since all the restrictions were lifted. So there will be a lot of people in London, and they'll all go outside the Buckingham Palace. I think there may be a big show going on as well, with lots of pop stars and famous people there and doing all sorts of things. So we'll just watch it from the safety of home on the television. It's usually the best place to be. Not keen on crowds anymore. I might have gone when I was younger, but it's not something I would do now. But yes, we shall be watching it and celebrating along with their match. So I'm getting my diamond paintings done, my little corner, my little tribute as it were. Get all this sorted out and kitted up. Okay, there is an awful lot of blue, but then it is just really red, white and blue. Not quite sure where the purple and things are coming in, but we'll see. It will be in all the shading, I guess. And once I've done this, I will have to go out and water hubby's plants. He's quite tired and a bit sore from doing all his plants. And he's done quite a bit the last few days, so, you know, that's good. He'll maybe come out and watch me water the plants, but, you know, I don't want him to overdo it. I don't want him to overstretch himself. He's got to do more. He's got to be moving around more, because obviously the more you do, the more you build up your stamina. But also I don't want him overdoing it and making himself ill and then ending up where he can't really do anything for a couple of days, because that's not beneficial either. So, well, that's my excuse when I don't do things every day. It's 25, so we want number 23. Okay, this must maybe be shading on my hand. Right, yeah, it's definitely, for me, I do find it is easier to work from the bottles, and they are a lot safer in the bottles, these drills. Working from bags. If there wasn't 30 and I wasn't doing a lot of other projects, I may have worked from the bags. I have done kits over 30 working from bags, but I tend to find when you get to the end of a colour and there's not many left in it, then they tend to start slipping underneath the others, and then you start losing them and they get out of order. Excuse me, in your little tub that you're working from, and it tends to just slow me down a bit, so I just think this will be easier. Gosh, that's a completely different colour to that. That looks like a fawny colour. Maybe it's just my printer as it's printed them out. Okay, and this one will be quite a challenge because I say the key code is very small. 17. I don't know whether I did unbox this one. I don't think I did. Or did I? I might have unboxed this one when I very first started my YouTube channel. I'm not quite sure. I know I have got quite a few that have never seen a film. Have never been explored. Oh dear, fun and games. Right, let's get that one put in there. And number 15. Nope, that one's. Oh, that's only number 9, so number 15. Now I was in the right place, I was just in the wrong row. Silly me. So hubby and Millie are both downstairs snoring away at the moment, so I've sneaked away and come up here and thought, right, I'll get all my Union Jack things sorted out. Oh, they look a little bit glow in the dark, don't they? They're 3865, but they're quite a greeny tinge to them. Hopefully they'll all go in this pot. Will they or won't they? Let's have a look. If they won't, I'll leave them in this little bag. I've got a feeling that all of these won't fit in one little pot, and I haven't got any spares because it's 30 colours and 30 pots. So no, we're going to be pushing it if we try putting all those in there. So we'll keep that in that little bag there, and that will go there, and I will use those first when I start doing my white colour. Oh, I've got a blue one just popped in there. Let's get that one out. Okay, and 27. Ooh. Is that one? Oh, and it's got a brown round one in the bottom. Let's get rid of that one. Oh dear. Right, let's get those into there. Okay. And oh, hubby's awake. I've just heard him talking to Alexa. She's probably asking her what time it is. That's usually his favourite thing when he wakes up. What time is it? Because he's got about 3 million watches. No, he ain't got 3 million. Well, he has got a lot of watches. He likes watches. He collects watches. But he never knows what time it is because he doesn't wear them. Right, so this is number 5. So yeah, his favourite saying when he wakes up from anywhere is, what time is it? In fact, in the middle of the night, he'll ask Alexa what time it is. And I had to teach him that you can whisper, what time is it, Alexa? Or Alexa, what time is it? And she whispers back, which is pretty good. So we haven't got number 1 yet. We've got number 1. Make sure we've got all the colours and we've not lost any bags. So yeah, they're pretty good. Sorry, I won't say the name again because if you've got one, it might go off. But yeah, they're pretty good. And I wouldn't mind, but our Echo actually has a clock on it as well. So you can see the clock, but instead of looking at the clock, it just asks what time it is. Because when he's awake, everybody's awake, even the dog. And then we may all do formation going to the bathroom. I have to get up and go and let Billy out. And that's number 16. Yep. And hubby, I have to go and take him. And then I think, oh, well, everybody else has been, so I might as well go as well. So, yeah, we all do formation bathroom in this house. Oh, dear. Heard of some things, but that's maybe a new thing on you. It was a new thing on me when this all started. Right, so they are all now kitted into there. Whippy, that was a quick kitting up. What shall I do with all these bags? I think I may put them all in here until I decide what to do with them. Okay, well, thank you for joining me with this little kitting up. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this with me. If you have, a thumbs up is always much appreciated. And if you've got any comments or questions, then leave them in the comments down below. Let me know if you're doing anything for the Jubilee. And if you want to come back and see what I get up to next, then if you press that subscribe button and the little notifications bell next to it, you'll be notified when any of my videos come up. So thanks ever so much for stopping by, and I do hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.